Hey there boys and girls, like Skillflaky here, and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 video. So you've probably seen this gameplay already. It's from the single player campaign Fishing in Baku. It's a whole gameplay, it's 17 minutes long, and you can look it up on the Battlefield YouTube channel if you want to take a look at the whole thing, because mine is a little bit cut together. And yeah, I'm just going to talk along a little and tell you something about my first impressions, and I'm also trying to give a review about the whole trailer, or better said, the whole gameplay we've seen so far, and maybe also talk about how this is going to will affect Battlefield 4, or basically how Battlefield 4 will be, since this already is Battlefield 4. I think it's I have to say though, I think it's in a pre-alpha state right now. That's what I am going to assume. So we might see some more changes. But yeah, the reason why I started in this scene is because right here we can see the first action in the game, and as you could see earlier, the faces, the graphics are really amazing. They look absolutely beautiful, and they have improved upon the Frostbite 2 engine, and I mean quite a lot. Something which made me really happy is that there's no blue filter at all, but I have no idea if there's blue filter in the Battlefield 3 campaign, because I never played that one. But it looks pretty solid, looks pretty cool. I also like the new HUD. If you look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see your ammo count, the nades, also your life, and or better your health, and looks pretty cool. They also changed the minimap quite a little, but again, keep in mind this is only single player gameplay, so we're all speculating about the multiplayer, and we can't say too much at this moment, so we're just going to assume some stuff based on the single player footage we have right here. I think for the graphics though, we'll pretty much get the same stuff in the multiplayer as in the single player, since it's the same engine and all the stuff. So we can look forward to some really amazing graphics, and they look really good. We'll probably need an NASA computer, or however it's called. I think this was probably run on max settings. Again, pre-alpha, I don't know, I'm not sure. But from what I've heard, they're running it on a 7990, so I think it's probably like about the same power as a GTX Titan from Nvidia. So yeah, it probably and definitely packs a punch. And like I said, the graphics are definitely amazing and looks a lot better, no blue tint. And we're also going to talk a little bit more about the single player campaign in this specific video, since it's a single player gameplay. I have to say that like I said, I never played the Battlefield 3 campaign, and I actually don't care just a little about the campaign in Battlefield. For me, it's all about the multiplayer. But still, it looks pretty cool what they've done so far. DICE also said they want to bring their multiplayer into the single player, so this is what you probably can see right here, because you can spot the enemies right here. He will do like a motion with his fist, and then his squad mates will lay down suppressive fire just in a couple of seconds. And because he's doing that right here, he's able to actually switch to his, what I think is the secondary, and flank around. So it's not a single straight corridor in Battlefield in the campaign. You actually get like multiplayer maps, presumably, and you're able to flank around and just play like in the multiplayer. So right here I want to talk a little bit more about this gun, which looks like a sort of Remington shotgun. And keep in mind, this one only has 3 rounds in the magazine, so I assume it's a secondary. Again, I'm not sure, there's only a single player gameplay and single player campaign, so we don't know how this will all end up in the multiplayer, but I still think it's a pretty cool idea, since I think they try to keep the single player and multiplayer game mechanics a little bit closer together. And yeah, shotguns might be secondaries. For other weapons, we have right here the M16A3 as an assault rifle, so we're probably playing an assault kit player, I guess, because we also have something like a grenade launcher with I think 6 rounds in it. So yeah, I think this would explain the thing about the three weapons people were talking about. There were like people, oh my god, 3 weapons are terrible, crazy, 3 primaries. Yeah, it looks like normal primary, a secondary, and then the noob tube. But yeah, like I said, they really tried to reinvent the single player. I mean, most of the modern shooters today really are having problems with the lots of scripting, and they're just like one straight way, and you can't do anything. You can't decide how you want to play the level. And right here, I think DICE made some pretty cool stuff for a single player, because like I said, they wanted to put their multiplayer into the single player, and you can see that you got quite some options there. Sometimes it reminds me of Operation Flashpoint if you're like giving your squad mates some orders and stuff. So it looks pretty cool. Once again, you're able to flank around, you can choose your own way around, and you can basically decide how you want to play the level. And I think it's pretty cool that they want to reinvent the whole single player aspect while still having awesome cinematics and awesome story, and trying to create something, yeah, like I said, dramatic, and maybe a bond with the characters, or yeah, the NPCs you're playing with. Another little downside though, which keeps me worrying, is that this is the single player campaign, and like I said, I never played the Battlefield 3 campaign, but this looks actually pretty cool, so I might try it out, but the heli looks a little bit overpowered. So does the whole spotting mechanic. And I really hope the game, or just the single player campaign, won't be as easy as it looks right here, because if you can just tell your heli to mow down the enemy's army, that's not cool, it's boring. But we will see how it turns out. Again, it's really early, and we can't really tell now how the game will end up being. Another heavily discussed thing would be the suppression mechanic, and I will do another separate commentary on this one as well. But it looks like there is suppression, and it looks like the suppression won't give you any bullet deviation or stuff. It will only blur the screen. But again, we had suppression in Battlefield 3 in the multiplayer, but not in the campaign. So those are all speculations. I'm like the stuff I'm talking about right now, because we're only seeing single player gameplay footage. So we'll see how this will end up again. But so far, I'm actually kind of excited. I mean, it looks like every other shooter, but still, if they make it so that they put their multiplayer kind of in single player, it makes just the game experience better, and just the game mechanic in general for a single player. Again, I actually don't care about a single player, but that's all we got for now. So yeah, and right here we have to cut off this guy's leg. I'd like to have like some decision if we just could like let him hear stuff, or just try to do something else and not have to cut off his leg. But yeah, besides that, I've cut out a part where our heli crashed right here. And again, if you want to see the whole gameplay, you can head over to the YouTube channel from Battlefield and check out the video. It's 17 minutes in total, and I thought it would be a little long for a commentary, so you can just check that out by yourself if you want to, if you haven't seen it already, since everyone and his mother is posting it right now. But yeah, so far I can say that I'm actually pretty excited. Of course, more for the multiplayer, but the single player still looks pretty cool. Something else I've seen, if the guy next to me, which would be Irish, is going to be the medic, he was carrying a light machine gun, which would probably result in some, like, I don't know, different balancing, more like a Battlefield Bad Company 2 balancing. But once again, this is only a single player, so we can just speculate, and we'll have to wait until the next reveal where we will be actually able to see some multiplayer gameplay, which everyone really is interested in. But yeah, so far I really like what they've shown us, and I'm looking forward to more. But I think it's pretty much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go figure out.